Hey, it's Greg with Dallaire Realty. I'm here with Jason from Home Warranty Incorporated, and this company has an amazing thing that we can offer to our sellers, and that's called listing coverage. Jason, I'm excited that you're on. Could you kind of talk through what seller coverage is? Because it almost sounds like it's too good to be true, and it's something that Dallaire Realty offers our potential home sellers as an option.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Greg. I appreciate it very much. Yeah, the free sellers coverage that we have does really sound too good to be true, but in essence, it works like this: the homeowner, lists with Dallaire Realty, and you can be covered by our plan as a seller for free for up to 6 months. With no strings attached, meaning you can receive the benefits of our plan just like a new home buyer would. In that if something breaks, you'd pay your $100 deductible, and if it's a covered item, we'd pick up the remainder of the bill. But it does not obligate you to providing the plan for your buyer immediately. You may want to choose to do that, or it could be that the buyer that you find sometime down the road is asking for this plan, and boom, now it's already in effect. It's easy to convert it from your name into the buyer's name. Everybody's all set, so why not take advantage of it?
Yeah, and it's a marketing tool too, as well, to potential buyers. And like you said, you can have the coverage and not be tied to it, or maybe it doesn't become part of the offer package. But to get coverage while you're listed on the open market. Now, obviously, that doesn't cover every single thing. Seller coverage is different than maybe a little bit of the buyer coverage. I know it doesn't cover everything, so I don't want to have any misconceptions on what it can or can't do. And we'll have some documentation attached below that you can access and read more into that detail. This is not something that's required. This is an option to be able to market your property a little bit different to the buyer pool, as we're starting to see days on market increase. To differentiate yourself versus other homes that are on the market is important, right?
Yep, for sure. The old stats that are nationwide say that a home with a home warranty being offered on average sells 2 weeks faster and for 2% closer to asking price. Now, in this crazy seller's market, maybe those stats aren't perfectly accurate anymore, but I mean, if everything was equal, I'd much rather buy the home that already has a home warranty in place. Fit for me.
So what kind of stuff does it cover for the
Well,
seller?
it's still going to cover all your major systems, your washer, your dryer, your kitchen refrigerator, your electrical system, your interior plumbing. You alluded to the fact that it works a little bit differently than buyer's coverage, and you're right. But you can pick up an option for just $75 that's paid up front. You can include your HVAC system and your water heater as well. So then it works almost exactly like your buyer's coverage. And it works the same in that when something breaks, you pay that first $100, and then if it's a covered item, we pick up the remainder of the bill, or let you choose to apply that money towards something new.
Yeah, the reason I really like you is you're so transparent on what it really. I think there's a misconception out there that just because something breaks, the home warranty is going to give you a brand new item. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Right. Yeah. Every time I've hung out with you, Greg, I've not used that word replace because it's fairly infrequently that we have to replace an item. We will replace it if the cost associated with what failed and the labor involved with that exceeds the value of what is new. But in most cases, we're going to come in and be able to fix an item. And obviously, that's how we stay in business and make a profit. We've been doing it for 23 years. So I try to do a good job of not overhyping what we do. I set the bar where it is and I exceed that. But yeah, in most cases, we're going to fix the item or give your client the ability to take that money and apply it toward new. And that usually helps folks be pretty happy with us.
Yeah, so if a seller wants to differentiate themselves and be able to market and take advantage of this option, this is an option that Dallaire Realty has, and we like to stand out. We've always differentiated ourselves from a marketing standpoint. We do things that other people don't do, and we spend money marketing our clients' properties. So I'm excited to offer this as an option to differentiate your home from others on the market and make it stand out. And if it sells 2 weeks faster and sells for higher percentage point, I mean, that's what my job is, right? Let's not kid ourselves. So Jason, I really appreciate you explaining what seller coverage is on home warranties for home sellers in Northeastern Wisconsin. I hope you have a great day. Thanks again for taking the time.
Thanks for having me, Greg.